The crystal stemware clinked at our weekly family dinner as my sister Olivia regaled everyone with stories from her prestigious medical practice. I sat quietly, checking research notifications on my phone while trying to ignore the usual barbs about my career choices. Another successful heart surgery, Olivia beamed. The hospital board is considering me for Chief of Cardiology. That's real medicine, Dad nodded approvingly. His own medical empire, spanning 3 major hospitals, was built on what he called practical healthcare. I suppressed a smile as my phone silently displayed the latest trial results. 3 years of revolutionary research into cellular regeneration, and they still thought I was hiding in a lab instead of practicing real medicine. And what about you, Sarah? Mom turned to me with barely concealed disappointment. Still working on your research? The way she said research made it sound like a hobby, not groundbreaking medical science. The trials are progressing well, I said quietly, checking another notification. Final results confirmed. 100% success rate. Nobel Committee review complete. Trials. Olivia laughed. While you're playing with petri dishes, I'm saving actual lives. If they only knew that my petri dishes had just revolutionized cellular medicine, making traditional surgery potentially obsolete. Sarah, Dad set down his wine glass. It's time for some hard truths. You graduated top of your class at Johns Hopkins. You could be running a department by now like your sister. Someone has to advance medical science, I replied, watching my research data compile on my secure tablet. Advance science? Mom sighed. Real doctors treat patients, not test tubes. My phone buzzed. Stockholm Committee final vote. Unanimous. The research is important. I tried again, though I knew they wouldn't listen. Important. Dad scoffed. Important is your sister's cardiac unit. Important is my hospital network. Important is not whatever you're doing in that basement laboratory. Olivia smirked, sipping her expensive wine. At least my salary can afford better than lab scrubs. When was the last time you bought new clothes, Sarah? I glanced at my simple attire, deliberately chosen to maintain their underestimation. The watch they thought was a knockoff could buy Olivia's entire designer wardrobe. Speaking of success, Mom brightened. Tell everyone your news, Olivia. The American Medical Association is featuring me in their Top 40 Under 40 issue, Olivia preened. They're calling me the future of cardiovascular medicine. While some of us waste time with research, Dad added pointedly. My phone lit up. Nobel Prize announcement scheduled. 20 minutes. About that research, I began, but Mom was already interrupting. Sarah, we're worried about you. Living in that tiny apartment, working endless hours in a lab. The apartment's close to my work, I said mildly, watching the Nobel Committee members gather on my private feed. Your sister started as a resident, Dad lectured. Worked her way up properly. Now she has a 7-figure salary and a corner office. And what do you have? Olivia added. A microscope and student loan debt? If they only knew about the private research facility I'd built, funded by patents that were about to change medicine forever. There's more to medicine than corner offices, I tried one last time. Yes, Dad's voice hardened. There's responsibility. Patient care. Real medical practice. Not endless research that goes nowhere. My phone buzzed again. Press releases prepared. Global announcement in 15 minutes. Sarah, Mom reached across the table, her voice dripping with concern. It's not too late. Your father could find you a position at one of his hospitals. Something practical. Actually, I checked the time. I have some news about my research. More failed trials? Olivia smirked. Or wait, let me guess. You've discovered something in a petri dish that will revolutionize medicine? The sarcasm in her voice made the moment even sweeter. Something like that, I replied as all their phones suddenly chimed with news alerts. What's happening? Dad frowned, reaching for his device. I stood up, smoothing my simple clothes. If you'll excuse me, I have a call coming in about my wasted time in the lab. What call could be more important than family dinner? Mom demanded. Right on cue my phone rang. The caller ID made Dad's wine glass slip from his fingers. Nobel Committee, Stockholm. Dr. Sarah Chin speaking, I answered calmly, watching their faces transform. Yes, I can hold for the official announcement. The restaurant's TVs suddenly activated, showing the Nobel Committee's live press conference. The Nobel Prize in Medicine, the announcement began, is awarded to Dr. Sarah Chen for her revolutionary discovery in cellular regeneration, fundamentally transforming the future of medical science. The silence at our table was deafening. "Sarah," Dad whispered, "what have you done?" I smiled, accepting the official congratulations through my phone. "Changed medicine forever." "Oh, and Olivia?" My sister looked up, her perfect makeup unable to hide her shock. "About that top 40 under 40 article?" I checked my watch. "You might want to check tomorrow's headlines instead." The real revolution was just beginning. The next morning I sat in my true office, the top floor of the Chin Institute for Cellular Research, watching multiple screens display global reactions to my Nobel Prize announcement. My breakthrough had made traditional surgery obsolete overnight, and the medical world was still reeling. "Dr. Chin," my assistant Marcus appeared. "Your family is in the lobby. They've been trying to reach you since last night." I smiled, adjusting my Burberry suit, quite different from the lab coat they were used to seeing. "Let them wait an hour. The Nobel Committee's press conference isn't finished yet." When they finally entered my office, the transformation was stark. Dad's medical authority had crumbled, Olivia's surgical confidence had vanished, and Mom's social superiority had evaporated. "Sarah," Dad started, his voice lacking its usual condescension, "we need to discuss." "One moment." I held up my finger as holographic displays activated around the room. Medical data floated in the air: cellular regeneration trials, patient recoveries, and global implementation plans for my breakthrough. "Impossible," Olivia whispered, watching video feeds of damaged organs regenerating perfectly. "This level of cellular repair makes traditional surgery obsolete," I completed, bringing up comparative data. "Your cardiac unit's procedures? Unnecessary with my treatment protocol." The screens showed my research's true scope. Asterisk 100% success rate in clinical trials. Asterisk 0 recovery time needed. Asterisk all organ systems responsive. Asterisk traditional surgery rendered obsolete. "Your lab work," Mom said slowly, recognition dawning. "All this time, while you were mocking my wasted time in research, I displayed my institute's true structure. I built the most advanced medical research facility in history. Those petri dishes you laughed at? They just revolutionized medicine." Dad stepped forward, desperation evident. "The hospital network, our surgical departments, will need complete restructuring," I confirmed, showing implementation plans. "Traditional surgery is now as outdated as bloodletting." Olivia grabbed her phone, frantically checking medical journals. "My department, my procedures, are obsolete," I stated flatly. "Along with every surgical technique you've mastered." "But we're your family," Mom pleaded. "Surely we can." "Family?" I questioned, playing video clips from years of family dinners. "Like when you called my research worthless. When Dad said I was wasting my medical degree." The screens showed breaking news headlines. "Chin protocol revolutionizes medicine. Surgical procedures obsolete with new treatment. Nobel laureate transforms medical science." "You have two choices," I stated, standing to survey my medical empire. "Option 1, early retirement. Your practices aren't viable with my treatment protocol becoming standard care." "Retirement?" Olivia looked stricken. "Option 2, I continued, retrain completely. Learn my protocol from the ground up. Start as research associates. Prove your worth based on merit, not family names." "Research associates?" Dad's voice cracked. "But our experience in outdated procedures is meaningless," I cut in. "Your entire medical practice was built on techniques that are now obsolete." My phone buzzed continuously with updates. Asterisk major hospitals implementing Chin protocol. Asterisk traditional surgery departments closing. Asterisk medical schools revising entire curricula. Asterisk global health organizations adopting new standard. "You have 24 hours to decide," I stated, turning back to my displays. "Oh, and Olivia?" She looked up, mascara smeared with tears. "About that top 40 under 40 article? They've replaced it with a feature on my Nobel Prize. Apparently, real medical breakthroughs trump traditional surgery." The screens showed more headlines. Chin Institute leads medical revolution. Traditional hospitals scramble to adapt. Surgical departments worldwide facing obsolescence. But the medical establishment, Dad tried one last time. The AMA, the surgical boards, have all endorsed my protocol. I displayed their approvals. Turns out when you cure disease at the cellular level, old medical hierarchies become quite flexible. Mom made a final attempt. Sarah, please. Your father built his hospitals on outdated science, I finished. While you were celebrating Olivia's surgeries, I was making surgery itself obsolete. As security prepared to escort them out, I called after them. One more thing. Dad. He turned back, defeated. Remember when you said real doctors treat patients, not test tubes? I smiled. My test tubes just cured what your surgeons couldn't even diagnose. The door closed on their shocked faces as I turned back to my global command center. Tomorrow the Chin Institute would announce 3 more breakthrough applications. 1 month after the Nobel announcement, I stood in my research command center, watching live feeds from hospitals worldwide implementing the Chin protocol. The medical world had transformed. Surgical suites converted to cellular regeneration chambers, my breakthrough reshaping healthcare itself. Dr. Chin, Marcus entered. Your family has completed their first month of basic research training. Their evaluation meeting is scheduled. I nodded, observing another successful cellular regeneration on the monitors. Send them in. Let's see if they've learned the true value of research. They entered differently now. Their designer clothes replaced by standard lab coats, their medical arrogance transformed into scientific humility. Olivia's surgical confidence had vanished, replaced by the uncertain steps of a research trainee. Please sit, I gestured to the medical displays surrounding us. Let's review your progress in understanding cellular medicine. Dad spoke first, his voice lacking its former authority. The regeneration process. It's extraordinary. The way cells respond. At a rate 10,000 times faster than natural healing, I completed, bringing up their training scores. Though your adaptation to molecular biology has been challenging. Olivia shifted uncomfortably. The cellular manipulation protocols are more complex than surgical procedures. Obviously, I displayed their test results. Which is why you're all still at entry level, despite your previous medical expertise. The screens showed my protocol's global impact. Diseases being cured instantly, organs regenerating perfectly, traditional medicine becoming obsolete. Your breakthrough, Mom said quietly. It's changed everything we thought we knew about healing. Now you notice? I raised an eyebrow. Not when I was wasting time in the lab. Not when you mocked my research. I brought up footage from their years of dismissal alongside current headlines. Chin protocol achieves 100% cure rate. Nobel laureate Sarah Chin transforms global healthcare. Surgical procedures become medical history. We were wrong, Olivia whispered. So catastrophically wrong. Yes, I agreed, standing to survey my medical empire. But being wrong has given you an opportunity to learn what real medical advancement looks like. What do you mean? Dad asked, his medical confidence shattered. I turned back, activating new holographic displays. Your monthly evaluation offers 2 paths forward. They leaned forward, desperation evident. Option 1. Continue your molecular biology training. In 2 years, you might qualify for research positions in my institute. 2 years. Mom looked stricken. The same time I spent developing this breakthrough while you called my work worthless, I reminded her. Option 2. Transfer to our medical history department. You can explain to visitors how surgery became obsolete. The screens showed my newest innovations. Enhanced cellular regeneration, genetic repair protocols, instant healing technologies. Your choice, I continued, will demonstrate what you've actually learned this month. About medicine, about research, and about judging someone's worth by their patient count. They exchanged glances, their medical dynasty crumbling under the weight of scientific revolution. We'll continue training, Dad said finally. If you'll teach us. Interesting, I mused, bringing up their recent performance data. A month ago, you wouldn't have considered research real medicine. We were blind, Olivia admitted. Trapped in an outdated version of healthcare. I nodded, pressing a button. The The wall opened to reveal my advanced research lab, the heart of modern medicine. This is where real healing happens now, I told them. Not in operating rooms or surgical suites, but in research labs where we reshape the possible. It's beautiful, Mom whispered, finally understanding. Yes, I agreed, handing them new lab badges, basic clearance, their names under Research Associate. Welcome to actual medicine. But your global impact. Olivia gestured to the screens showing my medical dominion. Expands daily, I smiled. Because unlike some, I believe in letting science lead the way, not egos or family names. As they prepared to leave for their molecular biology lessons, I called after them, "Oh, and Dad." He turned back, still adjusting to his new reality. About real doctors treating patients? I gestured to the global feeds showing millions being cured. I prefer treating humanity. Later that evening, I stood in my original basement lab, now preserved as a reminder of where this revolution began. My phone buzzed with updates. *Chin protocol success rate holding at 100%. Traditional hospitals fully converted. Global health metrics reaching historic highs. Surgery becoming extinct medical practice. But the most significant message was from Olivia. The molecular world is beautiful from here. Thank you for showing us what real medicine looks like. I smiled, remembering all the nights I spent here, developing my breakthrough while they thought I was wasting time. Now they understood. Sometimes the greatest medical advances don't come from operating rooms or corner offices.